Hey guys, and welcome back to another Unfiltered Gamer and Cardboard Stacker Top 5 video. Today's Top 5 is...
IPs we want to see in board games.
So we're doing a Top 5 video for the Top 5 IPs we would like to see in board games. Now, if they made a game this year, though, of it...
Or recently,
then I'm still going to include in this list because I've wanted it for a long time now, and I've been playing a lot of games for a long time. And that or the game wasn't very good in comparison to what I wanted to see.
I think our list has gotten a little more than 5, so I do like to mention some of the stuff that that we think
the honorable mentions list. I got 5 honorable mentions as well.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
I got a few.
Go ahead, start.
I mean, one of them would be I'm a really big fan of the Fire Emblem series, and that's a game from Nintendo.
A cameraman would like to see something like that, I'm sure.
Yeah. The thing is, there is a lot of games that are like Fire Emblem already, especially that miniatures kind of like aspect tactics kind of feel in there for changing classes or anything like that. There isn't any game that is about Fire Emblem except for a trading card game that's actually already out. Yeah, there's a trading card game based in like the Vice Schwartz or something card game.
Oh, yeah. I actually have that game. I have a couple of them.
Yeah. But it's not really, it's only Japan right now. It's not released here.
I have Log Horizon and I have Sword Art Online.
Oh,
but that's just your Weiss Schwartz. That doesn't count though. I want to see a board game, right? That's
an actual board game. I don't know how I want it. I probably
tactical
like miniatures,
style.
Very simple, and you can upgrade classes and anything. Maybe even campaign mode. So that's one. Hey, we'll switch off. Go ahead and go with one of yours.
Evil Dead. I wanted to see the IP for Evil Dead, Army of Darkness, the Bruce Campbell series. Is a trilogy. They did release one last year, but I haven't played it. But I've heard not so good stuff. I'd still like to play it. So I'm not sure if it's exactly as I envisioned it, but it was released, so it was an honorable mention because it was something I wanted to see produced for such a long time, and they did produce it. So good on you. Hopefully the game's good. I don't know though. I haven't seen it, but I've heard some iffy things.
I say the works of Jules Verne.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I mean, yes, there's like I get. It's almost steampunkish, but it's like his own world. I mean,
any of his games would be really cool.
I mean, technically, Jules Verne is probably the father of modern science fiction.
Is that all this stuff is out too? Right? People could do.
It's probably I mean, there some of them I would like to see is probably From the Earth to the Moon, and it's the Master of the World, which is an airship game because it's airships. Because I like airships.
I mean, we did a Vertigo, so that was pretty fun.
Yeah, the Vertigo was great, but that world of Jules Verne, like very like. Before the turn of the century, that where science is picking up a lot more, and that science and the industrial age.
Jules Verne was a time machine too, right?
No, that's H.G. Wells.
H.G. Wells, sorry. Jules Verne. What else did he do?
From the Earth to the Moon, The Mysterious Island.
Okay.
What's that famous one? Oh, 2000. Yeah, 2000 Leagues Under the Sea. That
yeah,
should be a board game. That'd be fun. I think though there's Nemo's War.
Oh.
Yeah, so that is one that is there. Yeah.
All right, mine. Next one. Diablo 2 though. And I want the storyline included. I think they've done World of Warcraft and StarCraft, but I don't think they've done Diablo yet. And I've been looking forward to it. I was a big fan of Diablo 2 when it first came out a while ago, and I've since still enjoyed that game over the predecessors of Diablo 2, but I would really like to see some kind of MMO style, not MMO style, but like the style of game that Diablo is, but on a board game.
Yeah. I haven't played Diablo, any of the games. There was a period of my time before I had an actual PC. Oh, yeah, go ahead and drink up. You probably need a lot more than that.
No Diablo, huh? Oh, yeah.
Well, I have, the only thing I have really played in the genre is probably Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Good game.
Pretty close.
Baldur's Gate 2. What do you got?
The next one is, the last one is, I'd like to see more Ghibli games actually in there. Ghibli.
Is there any of them?
Yeah. If you haven't heard of Ghibli Studios, it's a, an animation company in Japan known for a lot of the work.
Spirited Away,
Princess Mononoke, Nausicaa, Spirited Away, or
Grave of the Fireflies. I mean, there's tons.
Gas on the Sky.
Have they done any? They said they did something?
I don't know if they actually did anything, but one of them I would like to see is Kiki's Delivery Service, but there is the thing is...
That'd be awesome.
The thing is there is a very close game to that theme, which is Room Service, which is a Euro game where you're witches, you're gathering items, you're making stuff. It doesn't have the Kiki's Delivery Service feel for it, but it's more you're witches.
With Gigi the little cat?
Yeah.
I think most people probably want to see that. Actually,
Yeah, I would like.
Good luck getting the IP for Studio Ghibli, though. You're never. I don't think it's ever going to happen. You can't. I'd love to show you Studio Ghibli on here, but we would get our video taken down. So just try and imagine it, okay? Or go and look it up if you've never heard of it, because I literally cannot show you their artwork without getting this video taken down. So.
And that's practically. I'm done with my honorable mentions right now.
Okay, I'll just go through 3 really quick ones then. Goosebumps.
Goosebumps.
Any of those would be cool. I know that they did some kind of like little kids board game, but I'd like to see something.
They had done a recent movie with Jack Black.
Jack Black.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I heard that was a good movie.
I saw it. It was all right. It was good for kids, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Just not for me.
Yeah.
Maybe I nostalgia too much.
Well, the thing is, they do have a sort of game in like for the Goosebumps series, the Choose Your Adventure. Yeah, I like those. They were fun. I never read them. I just like went through the pages and see where it ended.
Oh, gotta get my tea, okay? What do you guys think it was liquor? Come on, just unsweetened iced tea.
Yeah, but what's actually in the jug of tea instead? Huh?
Just tea, just tea.
Anything else?
Yeah, John Dies at the End. If you've never heard of it, John Dies at the End is a really, really cool movie, and it's just so bizarre and crazy.
I never heard of it.
I think you should watch the movie if you haven't seen it. I know I'm just kind of giving a shout out for it, but I've always liked this book and I've always liked the movie, and I think it would make a crazy, crazy board game. I'm not going to discuss it too much because that would take a whole nother video, but John Dies at the End. The last one would be Arachnophobia. I think that would be a crazy board game.
Is that 70s, 60s movie?
It's an 80s movie about, it has, what's his name? I can't remember his name. John Goodman. John Goodman's in there? Yeah. It's about spiders infesting a town.
I think I've seen it's kind of like birds, but with spiders, right?
Yeah, exactly. So that'd be pretty cool. I think fighting spiders would be pretty fun. All right, let's go ahead and get into the top 5 now. I don't know if that took a little bit of time, but oh well. We're gonna go ahead and roll with our dice towers here. Yeah.
Yep, yeah, there you go.
Nice. Black Thumb Creations dice towers.
And so whoever gets the highest ones gets to go first. If we have a timer, you just do a roll off.
All right, fair enough. Highest goes first. Fair enough.
1.
5.
There you go.
All right. Do. Jurassic Park.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd like to see a Jurassic Park board game. I think it'd be pretty cool. I don't know if they've done it or not. And I'm like, somebody in the comments gonna be like, they've done it already.
They did.
They did?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Pandasaurus is releasing a game in the style of like taking care of a Jurassic Park.
No, but I want to see you've gone into the park on the Humvee.
Oh, so you're like more of the characters in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, and then stuff's coming at you, and it's a cooperative game to try and escape Jurassic Park.
That would be nice because we feel like
So I've seen a lot of dinosaur games. We have Triassic Terror, and I know that there's that one too. What's it called though? Is it called Jurassic Park? I don't think it was.
Which one?
Dino Park. Dino
Park.
I want to see a Jurassic Park though, where you actually have to dodge the raptors and stand still for the T-Rexes and stuff as they're moving around the board.
Cool.
I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park.
Okay, mine would be Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. But wait,
collect the candy.
But it's not Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. It's Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factories. So it's like a Euro game, but you are one of the rivals
of Willy
Wonka and trying to beat him to that. And it'll be more like a kind of like tech tree, trying to research candy and stuff. Think about it more like a sequel.
Roller Coaster Tycoon meets Willy Wonka kind of thing. Meets a board game.
So think about it like if you like at the end of the movie, Charlie, right? Got the factory.
Got his thing, yeah.
And then now he's trying to learn and trying to do manager. Guess what? Like in the movie, in the books, like all the chocolate factories trying to steal his secrets. Yep. Guess what they did? They did the same thing.
Perfect.
And so guess what? Now you have a rival on that. And that's the plot of the game.
Yeah.
Is that you're trying to be the best chocolatier there is.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool, actually. That's really cool. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Man, if anybody wants these ideas, you better come talk to us first, because we're on the ball with these ones. All right. Next one. Oh, yeah, next one. Here we go. 1. Okay.
6. So.
All right, you got it.
All right, so they recently released a series, a very unfortunate series on Netflix called The Series of Unfortunate Events.
I mean, it wasn't that bad, was it?
I do like it. It
had its moments. I thought it was kind of alright.
Yeah, I think. Well, I enjoyed it. The actual series But the books I liked a lot.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, the books. But I'm thinking for this kind of
They
game...
had a movie too with Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey, yeah. For the game, for this kind of game, I would think will be more like a kind of like a detective series, more in the line of Sherlock Holmes counseling detective, where you have like, you know, the scenarios are the parts of the book in there. It could be, and I want them a little bit more strung out, and like instead of like one book, it's like one book is a campaign of that story or something like that. Yeah. So that'd be nice.
Yeah, I'm totally know that. That's great.
Because I like the books were fun.
I'm
to
not
read.
arguing enough. I mean, you're giving me good ideas. I like that.
Yeah.
I like them.
Okay, how about you?
I'm gonna get in trouble again. But when I first saw Sword Art Online, I was like, this needs to be a board game. And they made a card game out of it with the what's it called? The card game we were just talking about. Weiss Schwarz. A Japanese game, not a German game, but yeah, Weiss Schwarz. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. I want to see an actual board game with Sword Art where people have to go. That you end up going into an MMO and then you get frozen in the MMO and you can't leave, but you have to battle your way up to the 100 levels to, you know, like battling monsters up, not the 100 levels, but you know, that's in the movie, the show, right? And trying to get to the very top, and if you could do that, you save everybody. But if you die in the game, you die in real life. Well, maybe not that aspect in real life, but like that's how it works in the game. So I'd like to see a Sword Art Online board game.
Yeah, I only watched like partial episodes, not completely. I mean, I know a little bit about it.
I like it a lot. I like it's a bit obsessive.
Because I do like the kind of like the contemporary show Log Horizon instead.
Ooh, I like that one too. I have, like I said, I have Sword Art and I have Log Horizon, my short cards. Just because I have all the things. I mean, Mega Man is obviously my first thing. You'll find little like Easter egg Mega Mans everywhere in here, including my little tattoo. Bam, there it is, little Mega Man tattoo. Yep. But those are my next two. Sword Art specifically is I like that. But anyway, yeah, that Sword Art Online would be nice. Some kind of board game.
Okay, I guess we're going off to the next one.
This time I'm going to go first. Watch. My luck is changing. 1.
Oh, I got a 3. No, I'm going first.
Go ahead.
Okay. Next one is, I think, a couple years old where the movie came out, and it's been a comic book, and that is The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
The League of Extraordinary.
Yeah.
I hated that movie.
You did?
Oh, I hated that movie.
It's one of my favorite movies. I have much fun with it.
Why?
I like it.
No, I don't. What would it be about?
Okay, well, anyway, if you haven't heard of like the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, it's like basically literature characters coming together, team up, and trying to battle a villain or something in there. So you get like Alan Quartermain, and you got who else in there? Nemo.
There's
Dr. Jekyll and right.
What's his name?
Mr. Hyde.
There's the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
Yeah.
Oh, there's, what's his name? The old dude with the beard who's a Highlander guy. He's from Highlander. Sean Connery. I think you can't remember.
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Sean Connery.
Well, he plays
the pen is mightier for 15.
Well, he plays Alan Quartermain in that one. So, for this kind of game, I would like to see something more like a grand scale adventure, kind of like Eldritch Horror, or maybe even more scenario based, like Mansion of Madness, or maybe like a dungeon crawler kind of thing going through there.
I could see it.
More of a cooperative game, yeah. It has to be a cooperative game.
Just minus the IP. Nah, I watched it. I didn't finish it. I don't know. It wasn't for me.
No, I do. I just like that, like the era where they're in, like 19th century kind of thing.
I mean, it's kind of steampunky a little bit, right?
Yeah, that's why I liked it.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I like steampunk a lot. I guess it's me now, 3, right? I want to see the Maze Runner, the board game. And I'll tell you why. Because you've got 2 aspects to this IP. You have the people at the camp, so you can do anything you want with that. Like, everybody's at the camp doing things, gathering resources, supplies, how you want to work that out. And then you can choose to go into the maze. And as you go through the maze, you're trying to get to the end. And if you fail, you get knocked out and come back. But and you'll lose something. Maybe some negative thing would associate with that. But as you're trying to go into the maze, it's teams of people or individuals playing against a cooperative style game, but competitive when it comes to going to that maze and trying to get out. I thought that'd be really cool, a Maze Runner game. I don't know about the rest of the series itself, but just the first book. Or the first movie, The Maze Runner. Have you seen it? What do you think?
I've seen the first movie. Yeah. I think it's good. I think
it's okay. Yeah,
good,
but
okay to good.
I think the IP would do really well for a board game.
Yeah.
That was what I was thinking.
I think it's a fun movie, like you know, a little bit of action and you know.
It could have been better, but I just thought that it'd be kind of cool. They have two aspects, and then them going through a maze is you know, usually either that's what a board game is like it's a maze.
That's kind of cool if you can actually like in the game if there were a game you go through the maze, but the maze is building up for itself.
Yeah.
And you probably have to like memorize it to go through it.
Something like that.
That'll be cool.
And you get maybe more movement. I don't know.
Maybe you can put that like put the board like the camp on the board and maybe the actual maze on an app. And then you can try to go through that.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you great ideas. Giving you great ideas.
Yeah. Make sure you call us.
Tag us or call us. Yeah. All right. What do you? Well, we gotta roll.
Okay.
This time, I'm not saying anything because if I do, I know what's gonna happen. 5.
2.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, finally.
Flavor Flav. No copyright intended. The Hunger Games, which is what most people know, but if not, Battle Royale, or really any survival-style board game. They don't have a lot of it because I think the elimination factor does kind of tend to wear on people.
So, are you talking about Hunger Games or Battle Royale? Because those are two different things.
Kind of. I mean, the idea is... I'd like to see a Battle Royale style board game, but realistically, I think people would be more apt to jump on the Hunger Games style board game. I know they have a Hunger Games style board game, but I'm thinking of the more. So I have one of the games for Hunger Games, but it's not a survival style game, and there's no elimination. I think that'd be a cool way to try and get some I don't know how you do it, but everybody starts in the middle of a field kind of thing and going around collecting things and trying to eliminate each other. Doesn't even have to be player elimination, but that aspect. I'd rather have Battle Royale, though. I just had to choose Hunger Games over it because realistically, Battle Royale is a little bit less family friendly, I think.
Well, I would like to see a Battle Royale, though. I like it's maybe like more of a comic book kind of feel.
Yeah. I mean, have you seen the movie Battle Royale?
Yes, I did.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I like it.
It's like crazy.
Yeah. It's very crazy.
Super crazy. It's a little violent.
It's very violent.
But but that's what I'm saying. Like Hunger Games is a little less, so you might get away with it easier with family and stuff. But if I had my option, it would be Battle Royale, I think, and some kind of like, here's your things you start with, go out and then do the fighting. However you would make it.
Okay.
What do you got?
Mine is Skies of Arcadia, which is a video game for Dreamcast and for GameCube, which I think was either released late 90s or early 2000s, but it's a game about airships.
Skies of Arcadia?
Yeah.
Oh, I blanked out there for a moment. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, and yes, it's an RPG, but there is a specific place in that RPG that I would like to turn to a board game.
How would you do it?
It's the airship part when you're battling.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
So I would. Now I've been having an idea for this for a very long time. It could be something like a person controls one of the things you can fight is either airships, or you can also fight one of the titans in the game. And I want to see like a one versus all, where one person is the titan, and then the rest of them is the team on the airship. Right? Yeah, and they get a little bit of information in there about what the titan could like bluff and trying to do something else in there. Yeah, so a little programmatic. I do love that programmatic
programming movement, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so in the game you program which area.
Competitive programming game. That'd be kind of sweet. I don't think I've seen. Have you seen any of that? Like where it's team based. I mean, we've seen stuff like Robo Rally, right? And what are some of the programmable games? I can't think of them. League of Legends. What's it called? League of Legends game.
Yeah, Mechs and Minions.
Mechs and Minions. Like that's another programmable one, but I don't think we've seen any. We got the solo competitive. We got the team cooperative, and then maybe like. One versus all. I haven't seen that yet. So
you're going through. The ship has different movement. I would like it more like kind of like an inside of the team like only knows what's going into the
inside the ship,
and then the captain would know where he is, where to get, or whoever's looking outside.
Kind of like a Captain Sonar feel to it.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah. So with that mixed a little bit with. Space cadets, or I don't know about more tactical thingy.
I love space cadets.
And then someone's the Titan and trying to bluff and then trying to at least light the ship in there, and then the moon cannon.
I'm down. Yeah, you sold me. Once you said Skies of Arcadia, I was like, that sounds awesome.
You do check it out. It's a very good game. It's a very old RPG, but I think you guys will like it if you are.
It's got good story. Like classic. If you like classic RPGs, it's up there.
Yeah.
Legends of Dragoon, and then like the Legend of Dragoon, and then right here is Skies of Arcadia. That's where it is for me.
Yeah, it's pretty close. Where all it's one of my favorite games. I mean, I think top 5 of my favorite video games are like RPGs. But anyway, let's move on.
One more, right?
Yeah.
That's our number one. Number 1. 6.
4. Okay, go ahead.
All right. So a little bit of build up, I suppose. I have wanted this IP as a board game. I wanted to make a game of it myself, and I was like in the process for the last couple of years, going through like different mechanics and how I wanted to do it. And unfortunately, or fortunately, I'm not exactly sure yet. We're gonna find out. But the game has been made as of like a couple months ago.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
And it is coming out, and all this hype. I've contacted the peoples to check it out because if they do it justice, I'm gonna be real happy. But if they don't, I'm gonna do a review.
It looks promising. I'm hoping it looks promising.
Anyway, I'm killing it here. The game I want to see is The Thing. I want to see The Thing in a board game, and now they have it. So I'll link it somewhere, and I'll put in the description below as well, so people can check it out. But it better be good, because there is so much awesomeness that can be had with it. It's called Outpost, the something in Outpost 31.
Well, first of all, I have no idea what The Thing is. Can you tell me more about it?
The Thing is simply a game where you have researchers working in the Arctic, and they've stumbled across a dog being chased by a helicopter. And I don't want to give too much away, but the idea is the dog is infested by an alien being who is able to take over certain life forms and turn into them. Now, he has certain things that he does share in common with other players or other people, and he can manipulate people to look like, manipulate people into looking like them, and then if he gets them in a cornered in a quiet room wherever no one's around, he can eat them up and spread, and it's kind of like an infectious thing. Think of any trader style game ever. This is the perfect trader game. This is the one that I think would be the Fiesta Resistance for trader games, and so they're going around trying to figure out who the thing is, or who the things are, using blood tests and samples and all this other kind of stuff. But the biggest catch is a huge storm has now broken out in the Arctic, and it is literally below freezing, and you only have certain places to go, and you're trying to see who you can trust and who you can't trust. I've looked into it a little bit, and I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful, because I will be very, very disappointed if this game does not live up to my expectations. And I'm not expecting too much. Just a game that follows the story, that has the trader aspect. It has to, and enough to where people can go around the outpost and do some stuff. I don't know. Be good, please. All right, what do you got?
So this one is something that is when I really want happening, like almost happening, then it's like not kind of happening anymore. And it's a video game series, of course, and it's something that's been out for a very long time. It's something I've been playing for a very long time. And I just wish that they would really... It's Final Fantasy.
I was like, what could it be that I would actually want to see a board game for? Man, I didn't even think about that one.
Yeah.
That's
and
good.
and then I'm this one is like I don't care like almost any game about what could it be. Could be I can almost be a deck builder or anything like that. I don't really care. It just has to be really good. And I happened to try to design a Final Fantasy board game a long time ago. I had lost the design though. It was something like an adventure game that's like pre-gaming for me. So it means a lot to me because it is one of my favorite games. Game series.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VIII was one of my favorites for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
I know I'm not a 7 boy, but
So the thing is, what kind of game I'm thinking of? I think it's not really a game that's going to be based something. It's something that's going to be based on one of the Final Fantasy systems in there. So I think
it could be like the card game. It could be that card game from 8.
The thing is there's card game 8. It's kind of like there. Level 99 has done something called Cell Swords. It's very close to it.
Is it like the game you would play on Final Fantasy VIII though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
There has been a game release as Square Enix has officially released a card game that's only dealing with chocobos.
Oh.
And and there is a trading card game, but it doesn't feel like a Final Fantasy game. It needs to feel like
even the Weiss Schwartz games don't feel like you just play. It just art on cards.
Yeah.
You know, and I want to feel like I'm playing these stories.
So if it's something, it has to be something, because the really cool thing about Final Fantasy is the job systems in it, of what you can do. Now, like some of the job systems are just really playing out the characters where they have it. I'm talking games like Final Fantasy 5, Final Fantasy 10, Final Fantasy 3, or maybe even 11. Where they have job changes and you can collect those abilities. So I think it's going to be more of I want it to be a grandiose game where you can learn skills, you can be different classes. There's not a lot. You can still be the same character.
With these grandiose IPs, we always want those grandiose.
Yes,
games, right?
I know.
We don't want. Don't give us 50 cards. That's not what I want. I want a game.
There's a ton of stuff in Final Fantasy. You can even go to the spin-offs if you want to, but for the main series, I think
expansions.
If it could be like the Cydia, the board game, that'd be cool too.
Oh yeah.
Not this fighting, but just a merging of all the Final Fantasy. More like maybe like Final Fantasy Worlds.
It'd be dangerous on how you do it too. Like those random battles, you want to have that kind of stuff like that. Like, gotta be careful because no one wants to grind in a board game. Dark Souls.
Well, I would think if they're gonna do something for Final Fantasy the board game, it would just take the good stuff from like 5 or some of the stuff from the stuff that you would play on in the game, and trying to put that together and make a really great game out of that.
Yeah.
So and it has to be, and I wanted an immersion. Now, there are other Final Fantasies I really like and I really love, and some of them I don't care for, but I think there are still really good games. But I'll share that with maybe a different time.
a different video for that as well.
Yeah, but I do, as a Final Fantasy as a series as a whole.
If you had to choose one, which one would you want a game for?
Only
one. Only one. There can be only one.
The thing is, if it's my heart, it'll be Final Fantasy 6. Okay. But if it's gonna be for a game, I think Final Fantasy 5 will be the one that we'll go straight into it there.
Interesting.
Yeah, okay. Because 5 I think is an underrated game, Final Fantasy, and it has a really good, interesting system in it.
Fair enough.
That I think is very unique. I mean, 3 is in there to be the job changing system, but I think 5.
1, 2, and 3 are games I have not played. They're on ancient systems.
Oh, well, the first one you can probably get for the first 2. 3 is finally I think more than 10 years out already here, and then there's 15 now.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't played the newest 2 or 3.
But for that really I think 5 has that Final Fantasy classic feel to it. You got your red mage, you got your black mage in there. They look like red mages and black mages, right?
Oh man, I remember these games. They're hard now. No. It's hard playing. As a kid, I was just no problem, because you kept playing over and over. Now it's.
The thing is, I haven't played 12, 13, 14, and 15.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't played those yet. No, and X2.
Oh wow. Good choices though. Liked them all. Most of them. League of Restaurant.
I like all yours. They're fine.
Yeah.
I don't just want to show it. You guys understand me, right?
Doesn't know what he's talking about.
Hey guys, that's it. That's our 5 IPs that we want in board gaming, right?
And plus the other 5 that we did for the.
I did 3.
Oh, 3. Okay. A couple honorable mentions, but yeah. Thank you guys for watching our top 5 video for our 5 games we'd like to see that either are already existent. Sorry about that, or games we'd like to see kind of improved upon maybe a little bit. But nevertheless, I'm glad you guys watch. If you're interested in checking out Ferdinand's channel, he's the Cardboard Stacker on thecardboardstacker.com, as well as checking out his YouTube channel. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. He's a great guy. He's got great content. What do you want to say?
Yeah. Oh, well, if you want to go ahead and see Michael's stuff, you're on it already. Go ahead. If you haven't subscribe now. Like this video, and don't forget to go ahead and go to your website, theunfilteredgamer.com.
If you want some blog posts, Kickstarters, giveaways, and all that good stuff as well, go ahead and check that out, especially since we got Villains and Vigilantes currently going on right now. Description below for the website, and you can go ahead and apply for a game to win.
Okay.
And I think I have you on there as well for subscribing, so make sure you put it on your site so we can get some more people to check out Villains and Vigilantes. But I think that's it, guys. Thank you guys for watching, as always.
We'll see you the next time we do another top 5.
I look forward to seeing you next time.
All right, and remember to keep on stacking games.